Hi, everybody. All right, it is time for that 5-minute room rescue. This is also done podcast style, so there is no picture to help you clean, so you don't have to worry about what's going on in the video. Today, we are going to talk about school prep. All right, here we go. 5 minutes starts now. So, how to get the kids to get excited, how to get ready for school. Unfortunately, I have no magic pill. I have no magic answer on how to get kids excited for school. Either you love school or you don't. And for those that don't, it makes it harder to get excited about going back. Um, and sometimes you can address why they don't like school. Maybe things are changing, different teacher, whatever like that. But, sometimes school just isn't for kids and, for a certain kid. And unfortunately, they got a couple more years they got to go. So, but, getting into the routine of things, I suggest starting a month early, going to bed at the time you're going to have to go to bed to go to school, getting up at what time you have to go to school. Now, those that do year-round school, you may want to start 2 weeks out. Because, you guys are only getting like a 6-week break. So, or a week out if it's your 2-week break. So you at least get some vacation time in. But, I'm also of the effect that even when they're on break time, just sex bedtime is, no more than an hour later than what it would be on the school night, because it's too hard to shift back and forth between those two times, and you get too used to staying up an hour later. That's why it's also a gradual shift to get them ready for school. If you don't get your supply lists ahead of time, like way ahead of time, you pretty much know they're going to need pens, pencils, paper, notebooks, stuff like that. You can buy little bits here and there. They need a new ruler, stuff like that. You can start picking some of that stuff up, so that way when the supply list comes, you're not going, I have to get everything. And some schools get them out earlier than others. So, you can already be rushing to get stuff because it's already been picked over. So start that ahead of time, a couple items each paycheck, whatever, to where you're ready, especially if you have multiple kids. There is nothing wrong with using last year's crayons. There is nothing wrong with using last year's markers if they still work, or pencils. Or, my son came home the other school year when he was still going to school and not doing homeschool, where there was a notebook that had like 4 pages used. Guess what? He used it the next year. It was a homeschool year, but he used it next year for his math journal. So if you can repurpose things, repurpose them. They don't have to have, unless of course it's totally trashed, a new backpack every single year. They can use the same backpack. Now, I realize that within some circles that may not be cool, but you got a budget too, and especially if you've got multiple kids. So starting to genuinely, to, slowly decrease what time. Hey, get your fingers out of there. No, it's not funny to slowly decrease their bedtime and increase the time they get up. Yes, I realize that may get rid of some of our sleep time, but it will be easier than the fight of first day of school. If you need to do haircuts and stuff like that, you don't have to do them right before the first day of school. Make sure you know if all the shots are up to date and stuff like that before it's like 2 weeks out from school. So the earlier you can get stuff done, the kids' stuff labeled and all that stuff, the better off you are. Repurpose things if you can. Reuse them if you can. Your pencil boxes can get used the second year. You don't have to go out and buy new stuff. you know. And if you're doing that for yourself as well, then the kids are seeing it as well too, which is why they think they need new stuff. But we're going to talk about that more in 3 days. So, like I said, unfortunately, I don't have a magic pill to get them excited for school, but hopefully this helps with the dramatic change in getting into the routine of school. So there's your 5-minute room rescue. Have a good one.